In 1961, when Marilyn Monroe checked her bank account, she was shocked. $2.3 million was missing. The man she trusted, Frank Thompson, had systematically robbed her for 18 months. And this was just the beginning. Frank Thompson entered Marilyn Monroe's life in 1959 as a financial advisor. With his elegant suits, Harvard diploma, and distinguished references, he looked like the perfect gentleman. "Miss Monroe, I'll put your money to work for you," he said at their first meeting. "Hollywood stars are generally unsuccessful at money management. I'll provide you with security." Marilyn trusted him. It was her biggest mistake, because Frank Thompson didn't actually exist. Frank Thompson's real name was Francis Kozlowski, a Polish-American con man from Chicago. His Harvard diploma was fake. His references were made up. Even his office was rented. But he was very good at playing the role. He offered Marilyn exclusive investment opportunities. "I only reveal these opportunities to my wealthiest clients." The first investment was $50,000. He said it was safe government bonds. In reality, he pocketed the money. Marilyn was pleased. "Frank's going to make me rich," she told her friends. The second investment was bigger, $150,000. Frank presented it as a European real estate fund. He added the lie, "Grace Kelly's family is also investing." Marilyn hesitated. "That's a lot of money, Frank." "Marilyn, this is a matter of trust. If you don't trust me." The emotional manipulation worked. Marilyn gave him the money. Frank's next move was to get Marilyn completely under his control. "Marilyn, let's centralize all your accounts for tax optimization," Frank said. "Let me manage them on your behalf. It'll be more efficient." This was a classic scammer tactic. But Marilyn didn't know. She signed the papers. Frank could now access all her accounts. The first month looked normal. The second month, he took small management fees. The third month, the real plan began. Frank created fake companies in Marilyn's name: Monroe Investments, Norma Jean Holdings, MM Productions LLC. These companies only existed on paper, but he transferred Marilyn's money to these companies under the guise of investments. Then these companies went bankrupt. The money disappeared. "Marilyn, I'm so sorry." The market crashed. It was an unexpected situation. But Marilyn hadn't discovered the truth yet. Frank went even further. He learned to forge Marilyn's signature. He made credit card applications in her name, took out loans. He even mortgaged Marilyn's house. "It's a temporary transaction for liquidity," he explained. Marilyn didn't notice, because Frank was sending her fake bank statements. On paper, her fortune appeared to be growing. "You made $80,000 profit this month," Frank would say. This system continued for 18 months. Frank stole a total of $2.3 million, approximately $25 million in today's money. Marilyn's suspicions began with a letter from her own bank. "Your mortgage payments are overdue. Your house will be foreclosed." "How is this possible?" Marilyn was shocked. "I'm making payments to Frank." When she called Frank that day, the voice on the other end changed her life. "This number cannot be reached." Frank had vanished. Marilyn panicked. She rushed to her bank. When she saw her account status, she fainted. $847.23. That was all. Her millions were gone. Her house was under mortgage. Her credit cards were maxed out. Bank manager Robert Hayes. "Miss Monroe, Mr. Thompson made many transactions in your name. They all appear legal. Marilyn applied to the FBI, but she received shocking news. There was no Frank Thompson. His identity was completely fake. The man whose real name was Francis Kozlowski had previously scammed celebrities. Now, his tracks were completely erased. "He probably left the country," said the FBI agent. "Very hard to find." But the most painful part of the story was yet to come. Marilyn was bankrupt. She had to sell her house. Her luxurious Hollywood lifestyle was over. Worse yet, the studios had heard about the situation. She was labeled financially unreliable. Job offers were cut off. She couldn't even collect her fee from Some Like It Hot. The studio stopped payment citing financial problems. During her divorce proceedings with Arthur Miller, her lawyer was shocked. "Marilyn, you have no money. You can't even get alimony." Until 1962, Marilyn couldn't recover the money Frank stole. She was drowning in debt. The real reason she was fired from her last film, Something's Got to Give, was also this. The studio thought she was unreliable, her psychiatrist doctor. Greenson's notes, patient obsessed with financial betrayal, trust issues, severe depression due to bankruptcy. Meanwhile, Frank Thompson was living the high life. The FBI's subsequent investigations showed Frank had fled to Switzerland. He was hiding the stolen money in offshore accounts. He had a luxury villa in Geneva, a Ferrari collection, a private yacht. He had even started new scams under a fake identity. His target was European aristocracy. While Marilyn was dying, Frank was enjoying millions of dollars. After Marilyn's death, estate lawyers searched for Frank. But it was too late. The trail had gone cold. In the 1970s, even Interpol put Frank under surveillance. But the man was too smart. He constantly changed identities, changed countries. Until 1987, Francis Kozlowski was caught while pulling his final scam in Monaco. He was caught red-handed while scamming a wealthy widow who was a friend of Princess Grace. He was 68 years old. He had been a fugitive for 28 years. The extradition process began, but Frank made a clever move. He would reveal where he hid the stolen money in exchange for a reduced sentence. Frank's confession was shocking. Marilyn Monroe was just one victim. He had scammed a total of 47 people. Total damage, $50 million. Marilyn was the easiest target, Frank said. Very naive, very trusting. She had no one to protect her. But Frank's biggest secret was yet to be revealed. I didn't work alone, Frank confessed. We had a network in Hollywood. Talent agents, lawyers, even studio executives. They had formed an organized crime ring to systematically scam Marilyn. Marilyn's money didn't just stay with me. We shared it to feed the network. This confession shook Hollywood. Frank Thompson's scamming of Marilyn Monroe wasn't just an individual crime. It was a systematic operation. In the 1950s, Hollywood had a parallel economy designed to exploit young and naive stars. Frank's real story began in the 1920s Chicago. Francis Bernard Kozlowski was the child of a Polish immigrant family. His father worked in a factory, his mother did cleaning work. Frank was a very intelligent child, but poverty changed him. Rich people are stupid, he would say. Taking their money is easy. At 18, he pulled his first scam. A fake university scholarship scam. He conned 50 families, stole a total of $25,000. He couldn't go to college but learned diploma forgery. Harvard Business School diploma, Yale Law School certificate. He forged them all. In the 1940s, he moved to New York. He began infiltrating high society. He targeted rich widows. His modus operandi was always the same. Charming gentleman identity, fake credentials, exclusive investment opportunities. He worked the East Coast for 10 years, never got caught, because victims usually didn't report out of shame. In the 1950s, he came to Hollywood. There are bigger fish here, he would say. Movie stars were perfect targets. Lots of money, little education, naive about business. His first victim was a minor actress named Linda Hayes. He stole $200,000. Then he moved on to bigger names. Marilyn Monroe was his biggest score, but also the riskiest, because she was very famous. Media attention was dangerous. That's why Frank was very careful. He studied Marilyn for 2 years. He did psychological profiling. He discovered Marilyn's biggest weakness, trust issues. Due to childhood trauma, she was searching for a father figure. Frank played the perfect father figure role, protective, wise, trustworthy. He constantly told Marilyn, "I'll protect you." The scam was a systematic process. Phase 1, trust building. 6 months of small favors, personal attention, fake care. Phase 2, financial dependency. Trust me, I know what's best for you. Phase 3, documentation control. All financial documents through Frank. Phase 4, isolation. He distanced Marilyn from other advisors. Phase 5, systematic theft. Gradual, unnoticeable amounts. Each step was psychologically calculated. Frank was a master of human psychology. He exploited Marilyn's weak points. Abandonment, fear, "I'll never leave you." financial ignorance, complex investment jargon, celebrity isolation, only I understand you, maternal instinct. Frank played the protective older man role. The scam wasn't just money theft, it was emotional manipulation. Frank even showed fake romantic interest in Marilyn. "You're not just a client, you're someone special," he would say. This tactic was very effective. Marilyn became emotionally attached to Frank. Frank used the stolen money like this: 30%, personal luxury, villa, cars, jewelry; 40%, network payouts, accomplices, bribes; 20%, next operation; funding 10%, emergency escape money. The network was very organized. There were 12 people in Hollywood, 2 talent agents, fake client referrals; 3 lawyers, fake legal documents; 1 accountant, fake financial reports; 2 bank employees, inside information; 4 accomplices, various roles. Marilyn was just the tip of the iceberg. The network had systematically scammed 47 celebrities. The total damage was astronomical: $50 million in 1950s money, $500 million in today's value. Frank's capture was by chance. Monaco police caught a fake passport during a routine check. In interrogation, Frank confessed everything. Because he had a reduced sentence deal, the trial was sensational. Hollywood scandals were exposed. Many celebrities' financial ruin stories came to light. Frank's psychological profile was analyzed by the FBI: narcissistic personality disorder, antisocial behavior patterns, exceptional manipulation skills, no empathy or remorse. In prison, Frank gave interviews. "I'm a genius," he would say. "Society is stupid. I'm smart." About Marilyn: "She was the perfect victim, vulnerable, rich, isolated. I did her a favor. I saved her from spending her money on stupid things." Zero remorse, zero empathy. Frank received a 15-year prison sentence, but he only served 8 years. Early release for good behavior. When he got out in 1995, he was 76 years old. He lived quietly in retirement. He died of natural causes in 2003. Only 20% of the stolen money was recovered. The majority was never found. After a long legal battle, Marilyn's estate received minimal compensation. Too little, too late. Frank's legacy brought legislative changes, celebrity financial protection laws, stricter advisor licensing, mandatory background checks, increased financial crime penalties. But the damage was permanent. Marilyn's career trajectory completely changed. Financial ruin led to creative decline, stress, health problems, depression. Many historians argue that Frank's scam indirectly contributed to Marilyn's early death. Financial stress increased pill dependency. Trust issues created relationship problems. In Marilyn's final days, she still had money worries. There was no financial recovery until her death. The Frank Thompson story exposes Hollywood's dark side. In the 1950s, there was no celebrity protection. Predators operated freely. The system didn't support victims. Marilyn Monroe became a symbol of systemic exploitation. Her story led to legislative changes, but too late. The billions of dollars lost in that era were never recovered. Frank Thompson wasn't just one man. He was a representative of a corrupt system, and Marilyn Monroe was its most famous victim. This story is a reminder: fame and wealth don't guarantee protection. Predators always exist. Vigilance is necessary. Marilyn's legacy isn't just movies. She also became a victim rights advocate. Her tragedy protected others. Frank Thompson died, but the lessons live on. Trust carefully, verify always, protect yourself. That's the final lesson Marilyn Monroe taught us.